And we're live with the
live here, live here from the basement.
Woo! You feel it? Do you feel that excitement, Case?
I feel that liveness.
It's more alive than we've ever been, and I love every bit of it. So, welcome to the Jarhead Basement. Saturday, October. In a Saturday, I don't know what day. What's the day?
It's the 22nd. 23rd.
Sure, why not? 23rd.
Yeah, we meant to do this October 1st at 4:33 in the afternoon. Sorry, there's an Evil Dead 2 reference.
Necktie, Octo, Manignac. Close enough.
Yeah.
Look, I said the words.
Groovy.
Yeah, so today we're going to be hanging out for, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half. And we're going to do a couple of trailer reviews. Hopefully we're going to have some guests. And we'll see what we get into. Right, Case?
Yeah.
How we doing today, bud?
Good.
Good? You give me a lot to work with. I appreciate that. Good is good.
Right as rain.
Yep. Hey, Case, can I talk to you over here real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to fill the dead air. So, you got to be, bring the A game. Okay. All right. So we're back. And
today's show is not brought to you by Rip It.
Brought to you by my mug that I got for $1 at the Target.
Target. We do not support the troops.
That's right. I got it from Goodwill. Got it from AM Vets. That's where we got it.
There it is.
All right. Nailed it. So, I think we're waiting on one of our invitees to stop in before we jump into our first trailer review.
I'm digging the new shirt there you got, by the way.
Yeah, you like that? I feel like maybe we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
But they wouldn't know that yet, would they?
No,
a little Reanimator goodness.
Up in September.
Yeah, so I picked this up from a company called Cavity Colors, and super soft. Feels nice on the skins. Great vibrant colors. I've already washed it like twice, so and we still have art, which is a good quality shirt. Again, check out Cavity Colors. We are not sponsored by them whatsoever, so I don't really care if you go or not. But if you want a good quality t-shirt, if you work for Cavity Colors, call us, and we'd love to take some of your money to be sponsored. So yeah, let's see. I'm gonna text our next guest here, our first guest.
So we hope you're all having a good October. It's where I'm at. It's starting to finally get a little brisk outside.
It's a tidbit nipply outside, isn't it?
Yeah, we've had a pretty good run though. It's been like up until last week. It was in like the 60s and 70s for October. Is pretty good up here in Canada.
Way to bring the Weather Channel to the Jarhead Basement. I appreciate everything you're doing today.
Tune in tomorrow. We'll update you on the barometric pressure.
Let's check in with the Finger Lakes. They're still there.
No, on to sports with Kevin.
Al, how's the weather? It's hot.
The dark black weather report. It's gonna rain. Thank you, Wally. Well, I gotta get some H2O.
I think by H2O he means more beer.
No.
Are you still within earshot? He is not. All right, way to go. So, for the viewers at home, I'm going to ask Casey all about the movies he's been watching this week. And he's going to tell us he's been watching the Evil Dead trilogy.
Yep. It's been a long time for me, so I went and recapped all 3 of them.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
Well, and I've told my wife and daughter, I'm like, Ash is the best horror character in all of cinematic history. Just before this, I was upstairs and I was rewatching Evil Dead 2 because it's my favorite of the 3.
Okay.
And I had Shannon, my wife, watch the possessed hand part.
Mm-hmm.
And she thought she was laughing. She thought it was pretty comical, but also awesome how they shot it. So the Evil Dead franchise itself is just full of good lines, and for those who don't know, it's by Sam Raimi. And while the first one was kind of they consider it the epitome of an independent film. But it was Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell basically were friends in college or something,
mm-hmm.
and were making short films, in which basically jump-started Bruce Campbell's career and Sam Raimi's. But Sam Raimi is the one behind the original Spider-Man trilogy. So,
albeit much later.
Well, yeah, much later, but he started out basically as horror director.
And he did Evil Dead 1 and 2.
Yeah, and Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness.
He was in no way. Well, him and Bruce Campbell were producers on the remake. It wasn't a remake either. It was just a standalone.
Right, a different version of the same content, right?
Because I was reading today on it too. Yeah, Bruce Campbell at first was hesitant about it because he didn't want his character of Ash recasted.
Okay.
But then he was all for it when he found out that it was just a retelling with 5 different characters in a different same situation but different.
Right, and a much more intense take.
Yeah. Because there was talk about at first they were going to do an Army of Darkness 2 where Mia from the 2013 and Ash teamed up to fight Deadites together, but that got shelved.
That would have been great.
That would have been cool.
Cool. I would have enjoyed that. Sam Raimi also did Drag Me to Hell.
Yep.
Which I actually quite like.
His brother, Ted Raimi, is in the Ash versus Evil Dead series, which Sam's a part of that too. They came back together to do that. I haven't watched any of that yet. I really want to. I don't know what it's on though. I mean, I know it's Stars or whatever, but I don't know where you
it might be worth just picking up it on digital. So
just to purchase the series.
Yeah, I'll look into that on my end because we don't share an account.
Got something in your eye there?
Yeah, mostly my eyeball. Oh. What did I pick up this week? I picked up a couple movies this week. Let's see.
Also, too, though, I watched one Off the Wall. It wasn't super, but it wasn't bad. It was that Kevin Durant movie, Dark Was the Night.
Okay.
A little different. It had good character development, tension building, stuff like that. You'd never see the creature or monster until close to the very end.
Okay.
Which is a good thing for movies to do, show, sometimes less is more,
Right.
Lucas Haas is in it, alongside Kevin Durant. And then the girl that played Oliver Hudson's fiance on Rules of Engagement is his ex or his estranged wife.
Good times.
Well, she's good. She's a decent actor, but she's a looker. I tell you that much.
All right. Well, our first guest, hopefully of many, is waiting. So I'm going to give him a brief introduction before we bring him on. This is Danny from Drawing Conversation. If you haven't checked out his channel, he does commentary while he draws and basically brings you up to speed on the topic that he is drawing. For instance, if you wanted to learn about The Predator, that Casey and I have also done a review on, one of the worst movies ever, he would draw something in line with The Predator and then give you all the history you need to know to understand where the character came from, like within its world, and why it's doing what it's doing. And he draws, 4 or 5 of his favorite scenes from throughout that series. So I don't think he's done The Predator as a series, but he has done Aliens, he's done Conan, he's done the love interests of Batman.
He just recently did Star Trek too, I think.
He did Star Trek. So without further ado, let's bring on Danny. Hey, Danny.
Gentlemen, how are we doing?
We're doing good. How are you?
Man, I'm far better than I deserve. I'll put it that way.
So it looks like you're already working on something today. What are you working on?
Well, right now I know we're going to talk a little bit about Batman because it's Halloween, right?
It is.
It's Halloween, and we're doing some scary, talking about some scary trailers.
Yep.
So I just spoiled myself and went out and grabbed, well, I say went out and grabbed, saved up for several months to get this iPad Pro. And just because I've seen so many artists just do amazing work, and I'm like, you know what? They're making it look too easy. So I figure while we're talking about Batman, let's draw a little bit about Batman.
I dig it.
It's kind of what I do. It's kind of what I do.
It's pretty interesting program technology they got here.
So I'm currently using, for anybody who wants to know, I don't know, iPad Pro, obviously, but I love Clip Studio Paint. I just love it. It is so intuitive. It is such professional software, and it's just so freaking cheap. I mean, I want to say it's like, you can sometimes catch it on sale for like $25, and it's a perpetual license. So there's no go on like annual fees or subscriptions or, yeah. Oh, for the record, I'm not paid by him. there's no endorsements, by the way. At least
but if you would like to be endorsed.
But I would love to be if someone wants to throw some money my way. But no, guys, I also wanted to say I am not a big zombie fan. I am not. But you guys are freaking hilarious. Like talking about like getting the knowledge. I had no idea Bela Lugosi even did because he's known for the Draculas, right?
Right.
Like that's the role I remember. But he does. I had no idea. So I'm like, now I got to go out and it's White Zombie, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. I had no idea he did anything like that. So I was just like, yeah, now I've just got to go out and see it. But
in that most zombie character development is based off of Katharine Hepburn.
That's right.
It's like, how do we make something that just looks like it should be dead but isn't? Katharine Hepburn.
Oh God, that's so rude. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, poor Catherine.
All right, gentlemen. Well, while Danny's drawing, let's you guys want to watch the trailer for the new Batman movie coming out?
Let's watch it again. Give me some more goosebumps, sir.
All right, trailer number 2 for The Batman. Yeah, right.
How do we screen share that? Ooh. When the bass is that deep, you know it's good.
That's right. So that's going to be Paul Dino.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I think I looked in the cast. I think he's going to be a good Riddler.
Yes.
Way to spoil it.
I'm ruined. I'm leaving. Enough.
When that light hits the sky, it's not just a call. It's a warning.
Yes. More.
So I'm going to pause it right there because I wanted to talk about, it looked like they copied some of the character design from the Batman video games, the Arkham Knight games.
Yes.
Henchman there,
with those toys. Yes.
right? And he's got the look like the shock gauntlets that you could get right
Yep.
there, where he's shocking the guy. So I don't know if people caught that when they watched it, but I wanted to make sure and call that out.
The suit itself too kind of resembles that of like Arkham City.
Esque. Yes. That whole color scheme, everything. Yes. All the gadgets.
Yep.
And Batman should have gadgets.
Agreed.
Marvin, God! This is a powder keg, and Ritter's to match.
I can take care of myself.
If this continues, it won't be long before you've nothing left. I don't care what happens to me.
It's only gonna get worse for you.
Again, the fight sequence there looks like the Arkham games, when you would break down and you'd have multiple fights and you had to stop one guy, counter the other guy there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The combo strings. Yep. Combo it up.
Exactly. And how about Zoe Kravitz looking almost spot on from the Catwoman from the exact same games?
Isn't that nuts?
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready.
And then we got Colin Farrell as the Penguin.
I still can't believe that's Colin Farrell.
Unrecognizable.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's. But I mean, what can't they do with prosthetics? You know. So
yeah. All right, let's jump back in. Let's see what we got.
Whoa, take it easy, sweetheart. Hear everything they say, ain't you?
Maybe we're not so different. Who are you under there?
I think he's sparkly.
I'm vengeance.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was vengeance, not sparkly.
I totally dig the car. They don't call it a Batmobile. They just call it the Bat car.
The car looks amazing.
It's
the
muscle
whole mood
Camaro.
so far is I feel like this is, I mean, you can see the trash and stuff around where the police are coming in. I read that this is supposed to be the dirtiest or grimiest Gotham we have seen on screen to date.
Mm-hmm.
And
I like it grimy and dirty.
Yeah, because they're going off like a year 2 Batman.
Right. And it's definitely presenting as such, right? It's very moody, very gothic almost.
Visually, I think it's looking amazing. I think.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Yes, sir. Look at that.
I got you! I got you!
He's got nobody. Oh, that's so good.
I think that shot of him upside down is pretty badass. Dude.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Get it? Because he's a bat.
Oh, he is.
Good call out, Case.
I just got some film. There. I got some film college student with A on their paper.
What? What did he say? What did you say there, Casey?
I said I just got some college film student an A on their paper because, like, see how they're representing that he's a bat on film.
You see that?
He's upside down.
Because bats.
It's freaking Halloween. Bat.
Now I'm gonna start off right away with when I first ever heard that Robert Pattinson was gonna be Batman. I was like, shut up. But now after the 2 trailers that have come out about it, I think he's gonna nail it perfectly.
Here's hoping, right?
Christian Bale gave him his blessing. He said that he goes, Robert's a good actor and stuff like that. He said his advice to him was just do it your way. Don't listen to anybody else. Just do it the way that because Christian Bale was like, look at what everybody kind of scoffed at Heath Ledger being the Joker, but he gave out the best performance of that character and his career.
Yes,
You
sir.
know?
Without a doubt.
Oh, I agree, and I think Tom Hardy completely owned Bane as far as what it represented and what it needed to be, right?
Yeah.
And who was the guy that played Scarecrow? Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, Cillian Murphy.
He nailed it, I think.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited to see Paul Dino play Riddler and see what that brings, because let's face it, Jim Carrey did his thing, but that was not the
He
Riddler
did
we
good,
wanted.
like 70s style. If he was trying to bring that look back, A+ there. But come
Right.
on.
Which it was the beginning of the Joel Schumacher Batmans. So
I'm
Correct.
so glad he just needed to stop while he was ahead. God,
Yeah.
Joel,
No more
what
bat
were you
nipples,
thinking?
yeah, no more
Please,
bat nipples.
please, make it stop.
That's kind of the thing too. I like about these last two trailers is, for one, Batman's seems super violent.
Right.
And just brooding. It's like, that's what kind of ruined for in the 90s and stuff with the Schumacher ones. When you read the comics and stuff, besides like way back when it started and pow, zing, whatever,
Yup.
Batman's not supposed to be like this charming, lovable hero. He's a brooding, dark, menacing character, I mean, that's the whole premise behind him. And so when they try to make Batman campy or whatever, it just falls short, because, in my opinion anyway, because hashtag that's not my Batman.
Well, that's a great question. Danny, who's your Batman, right?
Oh man. Oh, come on. I'm a child of the 80s. It's always going to be Michael Keaton. I mean, I'm trying my best to accept new, but hey, I love Christian Bale. I love me some Val Kilmer. I just don't like Joel Schumacher. I just think he just ruined the Bat franchise.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do like, to your point, Casey, it's just like, okay, Robert Pattinson's going to be it. Okay, Cedric Diggory from Gryffindor is going to be representing Gotham. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I was like, but you know what? We finally get the emo, punk, brooding, I'm going to cut myself Batman because my mom and dad, so it's like, all right, I can get with that. I can get behind it. I'll give it a shot.
I really hope they don't do. I like how I hopefully when they comes out and through the final edit process, that it just jumps us right in. We don't need to see Martha.
Thank you.
We don't need to see Martha and what's his name, Walter Wayne. I'm kidding.
How dare you? How dare you, sir?
Why'd you say that name? But
what's his nuts? Bruce's dad.
That guy, Thomas. But I hope they don't give us another one of them opening scenes again. We don't need to see that again.
We don't need that. We don't need it. Right. Not again.
Well, I think Batman falls into the category of heroes like Spider-Man and Superman, who you don't need to see an origin story anymore.
Thank you.
It is now popular culture and not.
It is in the zeitgeist.
Right.
Yes.
It's not. It's cult hit. Everybody knows.
Yeah,
it's totally.
And that's what the MCU did good with bringing in Spider-Man. They didn't show any of that stuff. It's just all of a sudden, boom, here's Peter Parker, and he exists in this universe.
Right, and his aunt is smoking hot. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
Right?
Okay, so what do we think about Andy Serkis playing Alfred?
I love me with some Andy Serkis when he's actually on screen too. I mean, he did a really good job as what's his name in
Coco from Planet of the Apes.
Coco? No, it was Caesar, but
where are we?
Chef salad?
Yeah.
Yes, you slaughtered millions. You'll be known for a salad. Onward, Caesar.
No, he was on screen actually as himself, like in the Captain America.
Correct.
Franchise. He did. I thought he was a good villain in that too.
Oh, agreed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love me some Andy Serkis, and actually he played two parts in the King Kong Peter Jackson one. He was the one guy on the ship, and he played the ape.
Really?
Well, that's kind of what he made his name as, is the mocap guy, right? Like,
Oh yeah,
Gollum,
Gollum, and
Kong.
Peter Jackson, Kong, Caesar.
So
yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff as motion capture, but you hardly ever get to see him in person on screen, which I like it. I think he'll be a good Alfred. I like how all these people are kind of younger in their setting, so
we have time to grow with him.
yeah, like let's say Robert Pattinson just knocks it out of the park, and he's one of the best Batmans we've had since Michael Keaton, and you can run another couple movies with him, you know, and he's not going to get fat. He's not going to get fat fleck.
Oh damn! You said
Shots
it.
fired.
You said it. It happened.
Oh, because you go look at you can tell like when you watch the theatrical of the Justice League, you can see when they did reshoots because Ben Affleck is filling out that bat suit and not in a good way.
Was he?
Well,
I didn't watch the Snyder cut.
No, I haven't either. But the theatrical, because they brought in what's his name? Is it Russo? Not Russo.
Joss Whedon.
Yeah, Joss Whedon to do reshoots and to basically finish the film. And so they brought in all these people. That's why they had CGI upper lip Henry Cavill.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
No, I think if you haven't watched the Snyder Cut, that it is definitely one to watch because it completely transforms what the Justice League movie was. They're two vastly different movies.
Yeah, I heard it made a lot more sense for the different things that didn't make sense in theatrical. Like
Correct.
It filled a lot of gaps that people were like, huh?
Yeah.
They made Steppenwolf and stuff a lot more better designed. He didn't look like a PlayStation 3 character.
Right.
So but yeah, it's like what 4 hours and 20 minutes. There's 4 hours something long.
Yeah, I mean it's an investment of time, but
yeah.
It changed my view of what the Justice League movie was based on what I saw.
I'd like to watch it. I'd like to shell out an afternoon and watch it, but it's strictly on HBO Max, isn't it?
Yeah, still currently. But well worth it as far as that goes. I keep finding myself watching Danny draw here. It is amazing to just sit here and watch him go through his process, right?
We don't even talk. We just sit here and watch him.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, you draw that knee pad.
It's like a circle.
Oh, my gosh.
Around. But
no, overall, the trailer of the Batman one, I'm giving her a good old 5 crayons.
Yeah, 5 crayons. I'm ready to just shut up and give them my money. I want to see the damn movie at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see it so bad.
I'm invested, yeah.
And I was so skeptical. I'm like, come on.
I forget the gentleman's name who's playing Commissioner Gordon, but I think he's bringing a new element to it as well.
Yeah, I like the things you've seen of him so far. I like that
Westworld and the like. Yeah,
he's just a down and gritty police commissioner, you know.
Yeah. So, all right. So
when I first saw the first trailer, and I've been listening to that which me and a buddy of mine were joking that the song is like a remix
of Nirvana,
Something in the Way.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
And then I sent it to a buddy of mine. He goes, "Oh, great!" And all these dang millennials are going to be like, "Oh, he heard that new Nirvana song? I can't wait till they go on tour." You know, it's like,
I got to buy their next album. Oh man.
Oh, sad panda.
Oh,
Post Malone is going to send Ozzy's career into the skyrocket realm.
Oh my god.
Ozzy's been around since the 60s.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
But all right. Well, I think we're all excited for Batman. Have either of you seen the new Uncharted movie?
Let it begin.
What's that?
I have not.
Like, let it begin.
Do it. I want it.
Let's hop into that, and then we can talk a bit about some Uncharted.
Shoot, let me hear you. Shoot, let me hear you. Go ahead. Shoot, let me hear you. Go ahead, shoot.
There are places out there you can't find on any map.
Ooh, the
They're
door
not
fell.
gone. They're just lost.
Perfectly preserved.
Perfectly preserved.
Hey, kid.
Cocktails.
You're a little young for a bartender, aren't you?
A little old for prom, aren't you?
Got him.
Wicked burn.
Here. Why the map?
This is the path Ferdinand Magellan took to sail around the world.
You know your history.
He's
I don't know about Magellan.
5 billion easy. I think you're here because of your brother.
Well, you know my brother Steve.
If you find that gold, you find him too.
Who the hell is this? I'm a friend of Sully's. Sully doesn't have any friends. I should not own one of them.
So I'm gonna pause it because
That's a great shot of Antonio Banderas.
yeah. But I absolutely love that we got some Zeppelin in the background.
Oh yeah.
I'm digging that. I
Uh,
think I like the dynamic that you can see already between Wahlberg and Holland.
oh yeah.
It seems like they're gonna have good chemistry. I don't know the female lead there, but she's easy on the eyes, so that makes it nice. And
Always better.
the look when he's coming out of the water there, it's pitch perfect from the game. If you've played any of the Uncharted games, the main character's name is Nathan Drake, and in the games you're following, I don't think it's Magellan. It was a different person. I can't remember now. I just completely blanked on it. But they're looking for the lost city of gold. They're looking for this Tibetan temple that is inhabited by Yetis. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do with the movie to bring some of those fantastical elements to light.
I thought he looked like a really young Walter Wayne.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was just waiting on Mark Wahlberg to be like, of course you know where you're going. It's a duck, right?
Say hi to your mom for me.
You
Do a movie together.
Well, I dabble.
I don't double. My family has been looking for this potion for a very long time. So much blood.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
I'm pretty
goodness.
sure he just threatened to kill me.
Don't touch your ear like that. You look like an idiot.
You have no idea who you partnered with.
I've been dreaming about this stuff since I was a kid. My brother Sam left one final clue.
Oh.
Robert Rodriguez as Predators.
Come on, Spider-Man, you can do it.
Come on, Spider-Man, you can do it.
Oh my god.
Sydney came out to believe in a big boys being because they're about to get a proper Scottish welcome.
What?
Oh, crap!
Oh.
All right.
Well, if you're a fan of the video game at all, that looks like it's paying some real homage.
So it truly is. And before we get too much into our discussion, I wanted to show you guys. Have either of you played the games?
I have not.
Many moons ago, sir.
It's exclusively a PlayStation thing, so
Right. It's exclusive to PlayStation. And Danny, I don't know if you ever played the third one, but the clip of him on the airplanes, flipping around on the cargo is straight from Uncharted 3.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to share my screen and show you guys that scene from the game because it is remarkably great.
Yep.
So hopefully it's not too long here. So obviously it looks like he was fighting a Scottish person, not a bad Arabic caricature.
Well, he might just be wearing the turban. He might not be. It is the desert.
Don't assume, Kale.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But you can see costume design. I mean,
Yeah.
Tom Holland's character was spot on.
I did recognize enough of the game to recognize that his outfit was.
Yeah, that just happened. Yep. Oh my God. You done messed up? Yeah, they were completely honoring the game, no doubt.
Yeah. This one's over sand though, MJ. Come on, they were over like a tropical place in the trailer.
No, nothing the same there. Either way, bad day for the gentleman falling.
It's pretty verbatim, yeah.
But characters look great. Hopefully, Holland and Wahlberg can bring some humor, more than just what we've seen in the trailer. But
yeah, it sometimes tends to be like what movie was it that recently came out where the only enjoyable parts of the movie were in the trailer. So if you watch the movie, you're just like, well, the rest of it was just bleh, you know?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was.
It happened more than once, for sure. Yeah. I know a lot of people that were excited about the 2018 Predator movie coming out, and then were quite unpleasantly.
I think me and you included.
Exactly.
I wanted that to be so good, and it was so okay. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm a huge Uncharted, the video game fan. I've got my.
Oh, show me what you got.
At least you got pants on.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
There you go. With the necklace, Mr. Nathan Drake.
Show off.
Nice.
Oh, I want that. That's my birthday present, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but, not going to happen.
I have long been a fan of the Uncharted series. So I was very excited every step of the way here. To be fair, though, I was not excited when I heard Wahlberg announced.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to try and make him Nathan Drake.
Yeah,
we're going to go with an older actor. It damn well better be Nathan Fillion, because the games were spot on for Nathan Fillion.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I had to
100%.
think about who you were talking about for a second there.
Yeah. For Firefly, he's on the rookie currently.
Yeah, no, I got what you say, but you threw me for a loop because the guy's name is Nathan Drake, and then you're like, Nathan Fillion. I'm like,
right. He was voiced by Nolan North.
Oh. Is that the guy from like Sex and the City?
Maybe. Too big, right?
Yeah, is that him?
I think so.
You may be the only one who's watched that show. I'm sorry.
I heard it from a friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like to both of them now we watched, the Batman one and the Uncharted, was the use of all these classic songs. They did it with the new Matrix revival, Resolutions, Reincarnated.
I'm still in the Matrix, so I didn't know it existed.
I think it's called Matrix Retirement Home.
Okay. Yep.
Matrix Geritol? Could be.
But how they never used it before. The song suits the Matrix as a whole is White Rabbit by the Jefferson Airplane.
Right.
Of course.
And they play it over the trailer, and it fit perfectly. And we should watch. We don't have to do it now while Dan's here, but I don't know if you checked it out. I sent it to you. They're rebooting and redoing the Resident Evil franchise.
I didn't. But we will definitely bring that up.
Let that happen. I want to see that.
You can pull it up. They use a pop song from the 90s over the trailer. And it's you're like, why would you pick that song? But it fits so well. I don't know why, but if you get it pulled up here, you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, it looks good. They're staying true more to like the game. There's no Alice superpower character. There's no. It's carrying like Claire and her brother and the one chick.
Well, let's do this. We'll start with the Matrix, since you brought that up.
Oh, okay.
and we'll move into the other one.
Let me tell you, I love Matrix so much. I hope they don't screw this up.
Yeah, that'd be a big disappointment.
Don't screw it up, guys. Just stick the landing.
I'll be
Just
triggered
stick the
right now. Can you
landing.
tell me what happened?
I've had dreams that aren't just dreams.
Am I crazy? We don't use that word in here.
Hi.
Oh, Carrie Ann Moss.
Yep.
Have we met?
One pill makes you larger, and one pill makes you small. And the ones that mother gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall.
Time to fly.
And if you go chasing rabbits,
If you want the truth, Neo, you're going to have to fly me.
and you know you're going to fall.
The only thing that matters to you is still here. I know it's why you're still fighting and why you will never give up. You don't know me. No?
Well then, okay.
Hadouken!
I think that's the Kamehameha attack.
Kamehameha.
When you're logic and proportion have one and sloppy head, and the right is talking backwards, and the red queens are overhead. Remember what the Dharma said.
Oh, beautiful.
After all these years, to be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
Man, I'm telling you, they got the perfect intellectual property. They wrapped it up in a pretty bow, and all they have to do now is stick the landing. Like that's all they just take my money, you know?
That guy from the Enders,
don't
from
screw it up.
that series Mindhunters. I can't remember what his name is.
He was the detective, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember his name either, but I remember him from the series. Yeah, so I've never been a big fan of the Matrix personally, but
I loved it.
So Carrie Ann Moss's character, I thought did she die or was she reabsorbed into the Matrix? Is that why
she died? And
No,
so I'm wondering if it's like a
no.
total reboot.
Neo was. She didn't die. Or yeah, she did.
Did he not leave her?
He left her on the ship, right?
I thought she was dead on the
And
ship.
then he went and got absorbed into he turned into a big glowing
thing
at the machine world or wherever. Because they plugged him back in to go kill off Smith.
Yeah, I thought
and
he
that's why
left her
Mr.
like
Smith's not there and they have a different.
Yeah, so maybe now it's a after effect. Like her consciousness or something maybe is brought back. Maybe they're both now back into the Matrix or a new version of the Matrix.
Well,
and
there
then
was
they
a
both have to
theory.
be reawoken again or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there was a theory that there was a Matrix within the Matrix for those who red pilled, but then didn't want to accept it. They could essentially kind of reload, but it would be a different Matrix than what Gen Pop is. So I don't know if they're playing off that, and that was just referenced, I think, in the comic book. So I don't know. I read that a long time ago. I could be totally fan fiction in this way off the rails.
You're good. I think me and Casey both got sucked into watching you draw some more.
It's like one of the mosquito lamps.
But no, the trailer looked good. My issue, I know we're coming out of the Keanu-sans, right?
Did you say Keanu-Con?
Keanu-sans?
Yeah, like a Keanu Renaissance.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I thought you said Keanu Con. Like there's going to be a convention just for. Yeah, you're right.
But I feel like I have Keanu fatigue from
John Wick,
Bill and Ted, like, and this is just another one of those movies that and it may be because I've never been a big Matrix fan, that I'm just like, good for him. But
I just remember at the time when that first came out, the stuff that they used to film that was
it was revolutionary. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
How they shot it with the bullet time thing and everything was all practical. Most of it was practical. How they did that, but no, I'd watch it. I guess I don't know if I'd. That one I wouldn't probably go pay to see. Well, maybe that'd be one you would want to see in the theater. I always think it's funny when they put rom-coms out in the theater or something. It's like, who wants to go see a drama in the theater? You go there for spectacle, not for.
Oh my gosh, get out of my head. Casey, I totally agree. Like, if it's not eyeball candy, why would I go catch it in theaters?
Yeah, why would you go pay all that money just to watch The Notebook in movie theaters?
Dude, oh my gosh, I could not agree. You know, it's crazy because I just watched Dune last night at home, and I should not have done. I should have gone see. I needed to see that in IMAX. Like, it was gorgeous. I was blown away on how good they were to the source material, how good they were to the characters.
Which movie?
It was amazing. It was so good. Yes.
Oh, Dune. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no weird agenda. It was just like good storytelling. It was awesome. I loved every minute of it.
Great cast in that too, isn't it? Like,
and they all die. Oh shit! Sorry. Spoiler alert. They all die. Every one of them.
Well, I ain't gotta watch it now.
Yeah, pretty much. But come on, if you watch the 80s or read the book, then this is not a spoiler. You've had like 50 years or something. So, you know. But it was gorgeous, and I really felt robbed. I was like, I should have went and saw that in theater. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. There's things you go to the theater unless you're 18 and dating. Who goes to a movie to watch? You know.
Maybe it's just been that long since we were 18 and dating.
It could be too.
Maybe that's the purpose of it.
Speak to yourselves. I'm only 19.
Oh yeah.
Except I'm 37. Wife's like, should we go see this movie? I'm like, what are you, stupid?
Are you dumb? What's the matter with you?
We'll wait till it comes out on digital on demand.
Yes.
And MJ buys it.
Yeah. Well, come on now.
No. All right,
so you wouldn't have the treat of Mad Max or Road Warrior without my.
No, I don't know what you're talking about because we do not share an account.
We don't. No, and I got something stuck in my eyeball too.
Okay.
Oh, can I borrow?
But I have to give it to you in case you were right about White Rabbit fitting perfectly with the theme, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not even with the trailer, but just the general theme of what the Matrix is supposed to be, right? Because it's
because even in the original, they incorporated that follow the rabbit.
Yes, sir.
To the club, and then the two pills, and, you know, yeah.
So,
well,
Resident Evil.
Shoot into that Resident Evil one.
You got it. Give me 1 second. Get it loaded up here.
And so this is a reboot. They're taking it like back to the source.
Yeah, they're taking this one back to like Resident Evil 1 video game. Not even like.
Every story has a beginning. Discover the origin of evil.
Why are you back here, Claire? Your conspiracies weren't true when we were kids. They're not true now.
We need to expose Umbrella.
Watch this.
I'm afraid, Claire. I'm afraid of what they're going to do to this town. You see, Umbrella, they had an incident. I'm talking Chernobyl, if you know what I mean. People are getting sick. You gotta help us, Claire. Let the world know what's really going on.
We have to.
Oh shit, that's that song. All right.
Shall we go?
Into a crisis of times when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out. What's in my head, I didn't feel it.
What were Umbrella doing here?
This is where they're experimenting on him.
Should split up.
Famous last words.
Yes, sir.
The original mansion,
it's a
though.
mansion run.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good.
What the?
Damn song, though.
Oh my gosh.
We gotta get out of here.
Yep.
We're gonna take him down.
Oh damn. Yes.
I like.
Okay, so yeah. Shut up and take my money. Like that's totally paying complete homage to the original video game, which was just it was a mansion run, you know.
Yeah.
Get out of the mansion. Get out of the mansion alive.
Well, no, they go there and investigate. Like in the game, you have to go there because the laboratory is underneath the mansion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
It's
So
a
is that Chris?
labyrinth of, like crazy.
In the trailer, is that Robbie Amell's character? Is that going to be Chris Redfield, we think? Or
the one guy's the longer haired dude is Leon.
Okay.
Chris is her brother.
Right. And that looked like Robbie Amell's character, the strapping young lad with the short hair.
But there's also another guy in there that's tall and masculine too, but I can't remember what his character name, but yeah, it follows Claire and Chris.
Okay.
And then what's her name is also in there. The other gal that was in it was what the heck's her name now? I can't forget. She was real hot in the second one. She had like a skirt and a tight tube top on.
Yeah, I don't remember the names of the characters, but
like I looked up on the IMDb thing, and they're even the guy that was in the video clip that's like, you need to expose what they're doing here in this town is a character off the original Resident Evil game.
Okay, that's pretty hip. I like the albino guy that always plays the bad guy there.
Jill Valentine, that's who I'm trying to think of.
Okay.
So yeah, Jill, then Leon, the tall other white guy is Albert Wesker, who was in the original. Yeah, he original game. Who ends up, spoiler alert, if you haven't played the game since 1998, you should hit yourself with a hammer. Ends up betraying the RPD once they get down to the lab.
Right.
But he's also in the Mia Jokovic one, but he turns into some kind of super freaking wow.
Yes.
But Donald Logue, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. He's in a lot of stuff. He was in Max Payne.
Okay.
He was the cop where he was shooting at that dog that busted through the car window.
Okay.
His character, Chief Brian Irons, is from the game also. So,
all right.
So they're really paying homage to all these characters from the actual Capcom game. So
sounds good.
It is the character design, even the zombie design. Yeah, the albino looking one. That's an actual shot, almost verbatim from the game where you first come across one of them, and he turns, and looks, and he's lit up by the flashlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like you did with Uncharted. It's like verbatim from the game.
Right. Well, I think even I forget the one that was the big one there, but it looked like it entered pretty similarly from the game.
Yeah, because in the game too, you fight like a giant poisonous python.
Right.
A couple times.
Yeah, in that bottom lab.
Yep.
Of the mansion.
But the things that crawl on the ceiling too, that's that one at the end where his brain's exposed. That's
the lickers.
Yeah.
I think that's what they were called.
The design on them too is pretty good. So.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Well, yeah, the use of that who decided to pick that song? It fits so perfect.
That was Born on Blonde, right? Isn't that who sings
So
that?
perfect.
Yeah, it was the
What's Going On?
What's
by the Born
going
on
on?
Blonde?
Yeah, but I'm like, I showed the wife that too, and she was like, "Oh my god, yeah." She's like, "Who would think to pick that?" But it fits
So
perfectly
good.
with the trailer, yeah.
Well, because that's why they're showing up, right? They want to know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's foreshadowing.
Very punny. Very punny.
All right, well, I got one more trailer lined up for us. This is going to be the Scream remake trailer. So how many remakes have we had trailers for that we watched now?
Oh, God. Is that all
not really remakes.
Sequels? Maybe?
Based off of prior
IPs,
IP?
right?
Yeah.
Maybe?
I'd say.
How many relaunch trailers are we watching then, right? Like Batman.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, if you call Batman a relaunch, it's just kind of another telling. Yeah.
Isn't it?
Matrix is kind of a
I'd
continuation.
say that's more of a continuation, right?
Yeah.
I hope.
Resident Evil is a complete reboot.
Right. Scream's going to be a reboot. And Uncharted was
again,
new.
the Resident Evil one too. They flashed that date up there at the beginning when it shows the sign for Raccoon City. It says 1998 even. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty good call out. No, I agree. And it looks like Sony Entertainment's going to have one hell of a slate of movies, right? Like, I think 3 of the movies we've seen trailers for are Sony properties.
You got new Venom coming out too soon.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Was it bad? Was Carnage bad?
Well, yeah, I haven't seen it, but I know it's coming out. Woody Harrelson plays Carnage.
I don't know.
Cassidy.
All right.
Was it?
Let's check out the Scream trailer.
Ooh.
This isn't funny, Amber.
When you like to play a game, Tara.
Doors unlocked. All doors locked. Doors unlocked.
Hello?
It's happening. 3 attacks so far. Do you have a gun?
I'm Sydney Prescott. Of course I have a gun.
Something about this one just feels different.
Samantha?
I know who you are.
I've been through this a lot. You saved your life now, which means that whoever this is going to keep coming for you. You ready for this?
There's certain rules to surviving.
The attacks were all on people related to the original killers.
Hey, what's his name from the Boys?
Whatever his link is to our past, it's pulled us all back here. And I won't sleep until he's in the ground.
Hello, Sydney. It's an honor.
Oh, that looks great.
Yeah.
Did you say, eh? Did you give it a meh?
So I immediately had the question of, so I think it was the third one, Dewey had a pretty severe limp, right?
Yeah, he got messed up pretty bad, and
the first and second one, right?
Somewhere along.
But he looked like he was walking fine, so I would want that to be addressed, right? Like,
Dewey and an out of work bum look a lot alike, Daddy.
So there is a rumor floating around that maybe Mr. Matthew Lillard and Mr. Skeet Ulrich could also be reprising their roles as the original killers,
even though they're dead.
Well,
oh yeah,
Billy died, right? The boyfriend, Skeet Ulrich's character.
Yeah.
But Matthew Lillard's character didn't die. They never showed him die.
Oh. Well, it'd have to be because it's like when she says that line about "I'm not rested till he's in the ground" or whatever. It's been a different killer all 3 movies.
4 movies.
Well, I haven't seen the 4th one because I don't care. But
just being honest, you know.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it was Liev Schreiber the one time.
Yep.
And I don't even remember, it wasn't recollection enough to be. What was the 3rd one?
That was Timothy Olyphantastic.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And
that.
in the 4th one, it was Hayden Panettiere.
She was the killer?
I don't know if she was the killer. She was in it. I think she was one of them, actually. Because I think they tried to do the dual killer scenario again, but I think she was one of them.
You're like, oh no, I stopped watching when she wasn't on screen. So
she was the only reason I watched the 4th one.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
You know what? It was the girl that pretended to be, or that they were trying to slate up to be Sydney's replacement, right? Like she was the one that was being harassed. She had staged it to get the attention.
Oh.
But I think Hayden Panettieri's character was in on it as well.
Wasn't it the second one with Liev? Wasn't it his mother involved too? The woman from Roseanne?
Yes.
That's right.
Because she was the woman that the affair from the first one.
Yeah.
But
no, I mean, I guess after the first one, the general hype of all of it went away. I didn't really care about the Scream franchise, so like slashers in general just haven't had any real effect on me ever, besides the original Halloween.
Yeah, I can't say. I mean, I love horror movies, and particularly I love the slasher franchise or the slasher genre the most. I mean, I've got Michael and Jason in the cabinet there for days, and Ghostface is right up there as, you know, I wouldn't say he's the top big 3, right?
Yeah, I mean, but Ghostface has made a big name for himself as one of
if not top 3, he's top 4 or 5.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because even though Freddy was part of that slasher genre, I don't like Freddy was an entity, so I don't.
Right.
I can consider Nightmare on Elm Street kind of stuff as like its own kind of horse, you know, because they even call like New Line Cinema the house that Freddy built because they weren't that big of a.
Oh no, they
kind of took a risk on this Nightmare on Elm Street thing, and it basically put them on the map. But and like Jason Voorhees, you know, yeah, he's kind of like but I mean, you could say the same thing about Michael Myers. But it's funny when you go back to look at like the origins of like some of these things and how it was just so simple.
Mm-hmm.
And then studios took and we got to keep milking these salmon until they're out of sperm.
That's it. Well, especially with Michael, right? Like he was the one that set the tone.
Yeah.
For the slasher franchise, to the point that Jason was literally created to be a cop. Hey, we're just going to do what they did and amp it up. Like, let's just turn it to 11.
Well, but the first one didn't really, because the first one wasn't even Jason. It was his mother.
Agreed, but the original premise behind Friday the 13th was let's do what those guys just did and made a ton of money.
One could also say that kind of follows suit in that, but it was about, well, no, I think it came out a year later. Was it 79? Alien was basically a slasher in space with an alien.
Well, exactly. So yeah. Halloween was 100%. 78. Then Alien, and I think Danny, when you and I did the Alien episode, we talked about how it was basically Halloween in space, didn't we?
Well, you guys
Really
talked about
was.
Aliens. You guys talked about the second one.
Correct.
Yeah. The first one was much more suspense. It was,
Oh yeah,
again, not seeing what's under the mattress till the very end. It was like, oh my God, that's scary as hell.
yeah.
Crusty
I still
socks
love
under
the
the
fact that Ridley Scott didn't tell the rest of the cast what was going to happen to. I can't remember the actor's
chestburster
name.
guy.
Yeah. So what's
When
her
they're
name?
having
When she's
dinner?
freaking out against the wall and all that blood goes on her. That's like her general reaction because everybody was so freaked out during the shooting of that scene.
No, it's fantastic.
No, that's good filmmaking right there. You know, that's
yeah.
Like Roy
when,
Schroeder's response to the shark when he first sees it on the boat is genuine because up until that point, the cast wasn't allowed access to Brutus, the shark,
I think.
So his reaction when it came up out of the water there was genuine when he snapped back with his
the cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
So, Danny, I know you're not a big horror movie film fan. But
yeah, he's definitely not a film.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me finish.
Well, you know.
Can I finish?
Working on that film career, you know.
But what if you had to pick one, what would be your favorite horror movie franchise or standalone movie?
Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay, not being a huge fan. Something that always scared me. Oh my goodness. As silly as this sounds, who did not love Silver Bullet, man? Old 80s werewolf. Scared the crap out of me when I was a kid, man. Corey Haim in a wheelchair.
That is scary. I never watched Silver Bullet. I was a big American Werewolf in London fan.
Yeah.
But as a kid, and I don't know if it was because I was sheltered up until I was 12.
Okay.
I used to run in terror and hide in the living room watching Jurassic Park. I don't know why the T-Rex and them raptors just scared the living shit out of me. To the fact our trailer house would have a creaking noise in the hallway, and I thought them sons of mothers were coming down with that claw and like tapping on the linoleum at night when I slept, and I didn't sleep a lot up until I was, well, what day is it?
You got to remember, so Danny, I think is not to age him, but I think he's at the higher point of our generation. In case he would be at the lower end.
Maybe not.
Well, yeah, I guess lower end you could say. I was born smack dab in the middle of the 80s, so.
But okay, yeah, Silver Bullet, not one that a lot of people would call out, but that's a deep cut, Danny.
Well,
you know what? I have to take that back. I have to take that back. In terms of getting really scared, it had to have been Chucky. Like, there's no doubt. Especially with the supernatural twist, because it wasn't like explained, like, you know, like Pet Sematary. It's just supernatural. It's not like Scream is just some dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a human. That's not scary, you know. But you throw in supernatural elements, oh man, yeah.
See, and I'd have to totally agree with you on that one too, because like we had some friends over a long time ago, and we watched that Liv Tyler movie, The Strangers, and Scott Speedman, I think, is in it. And the couple that we had over, including my wife, were like, "Oh my god," just scared out of their mind. I'm like, "Why? It's 3 people wearing stupid masks out in the dark." Plus, the guy had a shotgun
in the other room. I'll kill him.
But plus, he had all them. He had all them shotgun rounds. He blew off his friend's head. Then he cries a bit because maybe he was in the Navy. But but then all of a sudden you just forget about this shotgun the whole rest of the movie.
Right.
What the hell?
Well, let's run to the barn because there's a radio out there. Who cares?
I got a shotgun.
So yeah, like movies like that never have gotten to me either. Like Danny was saying, because I'm like, just shoot him.
Yeah.
It's just a person in a suit. Just a dude running around in a suit. Kill him.
Yeah, because like growing up, like the majority of the scary stuff I watched had to do with like the paranormal parts like The Omen, you know, the Exorcist, the, you know,
Yes.
Pet Cemetery.
Exorcist was
Pet
good.
Cemetery, but I didn't watch Pet Cemetery until I was older.
Okay.
But for some reason, I'd watched The Exorcist. I don't know. Maybe my parents had a moment of non-clarity once when we were growing up.
Let's scare the crap out of Casey this morning.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Let's turn off all the lights and light 2 candles and watch The Exorcist.
In
Come
proper
here, son.
showing.
Get the tape out. We're taping your eyeballs open.
That's it.
Oh my God.
We're
What
going
was
to
the
Clockwork Orange your ass.
Clockwork Orange?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Oh, Malcolm McDowell.
Oh my God.
Hello, puppet.
You guys are nuts. You're crazy. I love it. All right, Kale, come on. Your favorite. What scared you?
What scared me and what my favorite are two different things. But
Okay.
what scared me was
you
Pet
then?
Cemetery, 100%. And Casey and I have
Yes,
talked
sir.
about this.
Yep.
I was terrified by that movie, especially the little boy Gage in the film. And I was too young to understand that was Herman Munster until, you know, later
Was it?
viewings.
Yeah.
But even the judge seemed so imposing, you know, because they had a couple of establishing shots for him, and I forget the gentleman's name, but he was a massive man. The guy that played
Herman Munster, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was big. He was tall.
You know, in our generation, tall meant big and scary, you know.
Yeah.
But as far as my favorite horror movie, standalone would be the Reanimator movie.
Really?
Against the Shirt, right? Dr. Herbert West. Just for the sheer craziness of it. The first time I'd seen anything remotely like that on film or television or anything. And it goes off the rails, and Casey would agree, I think, that it goes wildly off the rails pretty quickly. And I learned to embrace that almost campiness to horror and embrace that's what makes horror fun, right? Like,
oh yeah,
the things that are supposed to scare you that end up you kind of laugh at, right? Like the Return of the Living Dead, when I think her name is Thrash or Trash is running nude through a cemetery and then turns into a zombie because the acid rain. Like, it's stuff like that I just find immensely amusing, that is kind of subversive and dark, but at the same time that's the hilarity that I find in it.
Now I feel like I got to watch that movie.
If you haven't, you definitely should. It is worth
Wait,
at
which
least
one? The
review.
Return of the Living Dead?
Have you not seen that one, Danny?
I have not.
Yeah, that is the epitome of like 80s punk rock meets zombie fiction. It even has, who was the guy that played Joanna Man? I don't remember his name, but
on what?
Joanna Man.
I don't know then. Sorry, you lost me.
Anyway, it was a basketball movie where a guy went and played in the WNBA as a woman.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I've never seen it. I don't know who the guy is. But...
We're bringing it up. We're going to get that guy canceled now because.
Shame on you.
But he was in it, and watching him in that, I just laugh my ass off every time I watch it. You know, they've got an undead. Remember the animal displays in your bioscience class when we were in high school, Danny? And
Yep.
like they were cut in half, and they were usually fake, but you know they kind of showed you all the bits and pieces of an animal. And in Return of the Living Dead, they've just got one that comes back to life and is sitting there barking.
Oh my God.
Picks it up and throws it away. And it's just completely campy and over the top. And they try to present it as scary. And if you're young enough, I think maybe it could be, but watching it as an adult, it's just a good time.
Just perfect for Halloween, man.
Exactly.
Grab my pumpkin spice, grab some of my old movies.
Oh, Danny's going
I'm
basic
ready.
bitch over here. I like it.
Oh yes, man. I'm telling you, that's my wife is calling me. You're so basic. I was like, I love me some pumpkin spice.
We've been doing movie nights at our house. I bought a little $100 projector off of Amazon, and I might even throw the link up for anybody that's watching this at this point. Best $100 projector I think you could buy. Comes with a projection sheet. We threw it up, and it works perfect, man. We watched Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy. We've watched a couple of, more kid friendly, because we got quite a few neighborhood kids that have kind of hopped on the bandwagon and want to come watch it. A scary movie in the dark, but
sure,
us adults have been, taking some apple cider and throwing some Cannonball Blast Captain Morgan rum in it and
sweet
warming
mother's
ourselves
milk.
on these chilly nights up in upstate New York, watching some spooky movies on the weekends. It's been fun.
Hell yeah.
But
Casey, what part of the country are you in?
I'm up here in dang near Canada. I'm up northern Minnesota.
Yep. Sorry.
Really?
So that's not at all.
Uh-oh.
You still gotta go quite a bit north to start smelling maple. So actually, I'm probably farther away from Canada than MJ is.
Yeah. I'm just a little boat ride across the lake. I'm right in Toronto.
I gotta drive like an hour and a half.
Well, the hard part is you got to drive around the lake to get to Niagara Falls to cross.
So now, but now where you're at, do they when they did do the weather? I know we talked about weather earlier, but do they give it both in Fahrenheit and Celsius?
No.
What?
Oh, okay.
No,
there's a town up where the border crossing is for us is I Falls, International Falls.
Okay.
And when you go up there, there's a radio station that you pick up, and they'll tell when they tell the weather, they'll give it both in Fahrenheit and Celsius.
So the crossing closest, I think, to me is Niagara Falls, and I would imagine they probably do both there. But here it would, we used to have a ferry apparently in Rochester. It did not do well, and it has since gone inoperable. But yeah, I mean, on a clear day, you can see across the lake and see Toronto.
I don't know if I've ever told you this, but there's a town up here in my state that holds the record for lowest ambient temp in continental United States history. Was negative 60 degrees Fahrenheit ambient temp.
Up. Oh my god!
No, that's not with wind chill. That was straight ambient. The town is called Sudan, Minnesota,
and nobody lives there because they all left.
That's where that one they had that vertical shaft iron mine. Miners actually worked like a half a mile into the earth. It was pretty cool history.
That is pretty hip history. Danny lives damn near the Bell Witch Cave.
Yeah.
Any relation to the Blair Witch?
Middle Tennessee. Let me tell you, man, it still gets too cold. Man, I was raised in LA, so I keep the thermostat at like 74, like all year round, and people just come into my house and sweat. And I'm just like, yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah.
I like it hot.
It gets 30 below out here, and I still have the temperature set at 70.
Oh my gosh!
Because I can't sleep.
You guys are crazy.
And I can speak from experience that Danny's house smells like a mix. Have you ever walked into an apartment complex where like multiple families are cooking and you can't tell what anybody's actually cooking? That's Danny's house.
We love a cook. We love a cook.
It smells like
you got some Chinese influence, some Puerto Rican, some straight up Italian. You don't know what's going on.
Yes. And it's crazy because my wife, she's first generation American Italian, but let me tell you, she can cook anything. We had dumplings last night. She made like just homemade dumplings. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're playing my heartstrings. Oh, woman, you're never gonna let me drop these childbearing hips. You keep cooking like this. Yeah.
We're about to hit an hour 20, and you are zooming along on this Batman. Tell us a little bit about what you got working here.
Because I can't see. Did anyone drop in?
No.
Do we have anybody
no friends
in
today.
Well, then that's fine. I'll just print this off and I'll send you guys a print. How about that? Screw everybody else.
You have to get some money from MJ. You should draw us up you should draw me and MJ as characters.
Oh yeah?
For the channel, yeah.
Shameless plug.
Shameless. Nothing wrong with that.
On that note, I need some more water. I'll be right back.
All right.
Thanks for starting a topic for us there, Case.
Go crazy. Love it. So okay. Do you typically, do the kids just get sick of the snow? Do they get bored of it? They're like, it's snowing again?
Where I'm at, my kids, yes.
Yeah.
They definitely do.
Yeah. They're like, I can't go out and do anything.
Right. And we're rapidly approaching that time where it's about so right now it's very wet all the time and temperature's starting to drop. I can't speak for Casey's part of the country, but definitely, after November, we usually get through Thanksgiving and then the temp's going to drop and we're basically homebodies for the next 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, I hate that for you. I can't stand the cold, man. I'm just not genetically designed for it, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yeah, I love how intricate you can get with that pen and that program you're using.
It blows my mind. I do love it. I do love it. It's almost like cheating how quickly you can go.
Yeah.
At least it feels like that for me. I love the quickness you can do. How quickly everything come along.
When I saw how you did the fill and it just zip and you're done. Yeah, look at that. That would have took you 30 minutes to color in right there.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
And it never would have been perfectly flat. You would have saw streaks.
Yep. There's also something about, and I'm not trying to in any way compare myself to like any type of extreme sports, but when you're working with pen and ink and like you screw up, you put a line down and you're like, oh crap. There's no taking that back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just there. It's like it's a real mistake and it will be there forever. While this is just it's so cheating McCheaterson, man. It's just like I can screw this up and I can just, Control Z and fix it, or in this case it's just like that. Like just if I just do something stupid, I can just double tap and it's gone. No, I messed up. Nope, not really. There's no real mess ups. So
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I have no artistic talent in my body, but even I want to get something like that just to play with.
It is so much fun. But there is a learning curve. There is a little bit of learning curve.
Oh, undoubtedly.
But once you figure out that, like, I don't know, it's once you build that hand-eye coordination, you actually see what you're doing. It's like, oh, okay, I know what I'm doing here. I know where I'm screwing up.
So, what would you say your favorite thing to draw, or favorite character to draw, I should say?
Oh my gosh, Batman, all day. I don't know what it is, man. I could just, maybe it's because of like the first superhero movie I was ever exposed to. I just love me some Batman.
Okay.
So good.
So I take it you skipped Howard the Duck. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, top 10.
You say Howard the Duck?
Yeah, Howard the Duck.
Wasn't that George Lucas?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That was ILM.
See, this is even more cheating. I'm gonna add another layer here, and I'm gonna cheat so hardcore right now.
Mr. George, I don't like to leave my director's chair, Lucas.
He doesn't, does he? Looking like an Ewok running around.
I think one of his chins has its own zip code. He's a great storyteller, but he's not a very good dialogue writer.
That's fair.
I give credit to the prequels for what they are and what they represent, but his dialogue writers, I hate sand.
It gets everywhere.
It's just coarse and it gets everywhere in my underwear.
Oh my god. My son and I will just say stupid stuff like that just to make fun of him all the time. Let's find a good cityscape. Ah, that's a good one. That's a good one. And then we're going to cheat like crazy. I can't believe how much this lets you cheat. Like, so much.
Hey, that's what I do.
Right? No, not export.
Import.
Well,
There's one
typically
movie
it's
I gotta
place.
watch recently too. I gotta watch before Halloween that I have never seen, and you're probably gonna laugh at me that I haven't seen it.
Candy corn.
Negative.
Sorry.
But I mean, I haven't seen that either. But I have no idea what it is. But I have to watch They Live.
Oh my god, you've never watched that one?
See, I told you.
Wow.
And I know, right? Because it's a John Carpenter movie. How have I not watched this movie ever?
So I'm gonna do this since it's been us for an hour.
You're not gonna start Buffalo Billing, are you?
So, congratulations. We have passed 1,000 movies on the Voodoo account.
Wow.
Woo!
I just picked up this little gem, Candy Corn.
What?
And it doesn't have a trailer. I was hoping it would have a trailer. But PJ Souls was the other girl in the original Halloween.
Yep.
Obviously, Tony Todd was Mr. Candyman.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe it's got no picture. All right, good talk.
That Courtney Gaines too. He's been in stuff. He looks familiar.
Yep, he's been in some stuff.
Oh yeah, My Name is Earl. Or is that?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember him from that now too. Yeah.
So that was one I just recently picked up, Satanic Panic. If you're looking for a good comedy horror movie.
Jerry O'Connell
and his wife,
Rebecca Ramen Noodle.
Yep.
Stamos.
Take it
Jordan
to the
Ladd. Or Danny might remember. Casey, you might be too young to remember why she's got famous.
Who?
Who's this?
Jordan Ladd.
Who?
Jordan Ladd.
I'm drawing a blank.
So, and then Casey, I picked this one up just for you to be able to watch, my friend.
I've heard a lot about this movie, and I don't know. I'll have to.
But great cast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, great. Thanks. So I got you a couple more horror movies to check out.
So yeah, we talked about earlier before Danny got on here, but so what about like this time of year and stuff like that? So not movie wise or anything like that. What's some off the wall thing that scared you when you were a kid?
My uncles.
My uncles. What did I tell you to stay away from your molesting Uncle Leroy? Now
Beating
walk
the
off.
crap out of me, locking me in freaking closets, and noogies and swirlies, and God, I hated them. The hell. Sorry, too much baggage there.
Is that why you don't have any hair now, Danny?
Do what?
Is that why you don't have any hair now?
Could be.
He noogied it all off.
Yeah.
Could be. Those jerks. God.
For our listeners in Wisconsin there, Casey, what exactly is a noogie?
It's where someone takes their knuckle and rubs the top of your head until you want to spasm so bad you break your own back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, it's basically a physical
That's about as
version of the
honest as I
gas
get.
from The Rock.
But no, like when I was young, we had it had nothing to do with Halloween or October or anything, but we had skunks get into our vents in our single wide trailer house.
Oh, that's scary.
And And it stunk up the whole house for like a day or two. I had to sleep on the top bunk of my sister's room because they didn't get to that ductwork on that end of the house. It was the only house that remotely didn't stink. But then after that, I had like this undying fear of skunks coming into the house.
Oh, I thought we were going to go somewhere completely different. There's a whole video genre about sleeping in your sister's room or stepsister's room.
What?
We'll talk about that on another episode.
Where are we going?
Brandy,
Where are we going?
Hashtag Brandy love.
Oh my gosh. I love it. It's being recorded, is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Tell you what though, I read, they made them into a movie now, but I read the books back when I was a kid, and they scared the living shit out of me. The more scary stories to tell in the dark.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
God.
God.
Even the artwork alone was like enough to give me nightmares.
This is gonna sound weird, but the books had a smell to them, and I don't know if it was the paper or the ink or the combination of the two, but they always had like this weird, almost decaying smell to me as a kid.
Yeah,
and I have different copies of the exact same book, and I swear to you, it had a distinct smell that I can't even begin to really explain. But I agree that the scary stories.
That one with the scarecrow that comes to life and then cooks the one guy on the roof of the.
Or the head that falls down the chimney.
Yeah, but I remember one morning I woke up and I had a bad dream after reading said material, and I sat there staring at my closed door, holding my pillow, because I thought that frickin' scarecrow was coming down, gonna come get me. So I didn't have to be just even on the bus for school till like 7:30 in the morning. I was up since 4 in the morning, just sitting there staring at my closed door. Until someone else woke up and I could hear my mom or dad, I can't remember which one, got up, and I was like, okay, coast is clear, I can come out of my room now.
Damn.
I don't think I had anything like that.
Like certain things scared me that shouldn't scare people.
Like hygiene or
I am not getting in that bathtub. Swear to God, I'm not getting in there.
There's more of a fear of water. So they just deloused me all the time. They just threw the
powdered sugar. Delicious.
There's a scene from Driving Miss Daisy.
Scared of Morgan Freeman.
Where it's when someone he must be taking cans of whatever it was, green beans or something, from her pantry. And I don't know why when I was a kid and my mom and dad watched that scene where it must be the music or something. She goes and flips that light on in the pantry and she just stares at the pantry shelf. I don't know why that terrorized me when I was a kid. It's Driving Miss Daisy.
Weird,
it's not like it's not like it's Rosemary's Baby or anything like that. It's like
there was a Halloween episode of Webster that used to, and I think, I don't know where I saw it, but I swear they like superimposed Webster and Psycho, and there's the scene where like they open the door and this old woman in a chair turns around and it's like Norman Bates' mom when you get the reveal at the end of Psycho there.
Oh yeah.
And that haunted me for years, and I always thought it was a thing. I can't find the episode, but in my head it was an episode of Webster meets the ending of Psycho.
Yeah, because there was things like that. There was movies that, not necessarily that they were, then I'd watch things that were supposed to be kind of remotely scary, and I didn't really have a problem with it.
Yeah, I watched Nightmare on Elm Street at like 4 or 5, and nothing. Like, it never bothered me. I still love that theory.
Then I'd run and hide from Jurassic Park.
Well,
because that's real.
Mainly the scene
that's
with
real science.
Jeff Goldblum when he has his shirt unbuttoned.
Yeah. Ron White said it best there, Case. You can't fix stupid.
You time on me.
Damn it.
But yeah, Halloween season. we'll just shoot out some random ones if you think our viewers should check out, not necessarily this Halloween, but any Halloween or just any time of the year.
Oh, are we doing like a check these Halloween movies out type of thing?
Well, I'll start us off. If people haven't watched it, watch an excellent homage movie to the great Brandon Lee was The Crow.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
They did the one. They should have just done the one and left it alone. But
well,
studios will be studios.
Yeah. So let's talk about that real quick. Did you hear the news about Alec Baldwin?
Uh-uh.
This is
Isn't
recent.
that fucked up? Is that not messed up?
Yeah.
I didn't think shit like that happened anymore.
Especially because that's exactly what happened to Brandon Lee. They're on the set. He picks up a prop gun, shoots it at their director of photography, and kills her. And shoots
him or
and
her?
it passes through her, hits the director, from what I understand.
Well, see,
Yes.
the Brandon Lee thing was, it had a, it wasn't an actual bullet. What it is they had it's a deal in there that makes it look like a dummy round when they do close-ups on like a revolver.
Right. Yeah. But
it still killed him. Yeah. But what's this thing with Alec Baldwin now? I was going to say, hopefully, I thought he died, but
no, no. He picked up what he thought was a prop gun and fired it at like the director of cinematography and killed her.
What?
Yeah, that just happened.
And
So
people
apparently
are
they're
calling
trying
for him to get, arrested and go on trial. But obviously, he didn't pick up a gun to kill anybody. He thought he was picking up a fake weapon.
Yeah, but still, that goes back to shit we were trained. But
well, he's not trained to be in the military and know how a weapon feels versus a fake weapon.
No, I know, I get that.
And a good prop master is going to make sure it feels pretty dang close to the real thing.
Right, but I mean the whole thing about treat every weapon as if it were loaded and whatever.
Well, that's fair, but when your job is to point it at the thing so I can take a picture.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't. Yeah,
but yeah, I especially, I was. When did Brandon Lee die? Was that 94?
Something like that. Yeah,
mid 90s, right? I was, 12, 13, 14, somewhere in there. And I remember it very vividly. And when I heard the news about this with Alec, I was flabbergasted to think that it would ever happen again.
Yeah.
So that's it. Crazy you brought up that movie. That it just triggered that. Sorry, but The Crow is phenomenal any time of the year, but it does have that vibe to it.
Oh yeah. Just the first one. Don't worry about checking out any of the other ones.
You know what a good throwback one for me is House.
Oh yeah.
The first one, not the second one.
Which one was that? What happened in House? Is that where like there's like something like a spirit at the very end that they reveal and it's really freaky and?
Yes. It almost like a poltergeist.
Yeah,
feel.
I was gonna say don't get it mixed up with poltergeist. It's kind of a lot of the same premise.
Premise is there, but they do some practical horror effects and stuff like that, and a lot of it is kind of campy, but it's also got some horror to it, I think.
Yeah. I just still like that old lady from Poltergeist.
They're here.
She's got that real whiny, squeaky voice.
That's funny.
Here's a little quick little trivia for everybody who's listening. The three of us. There was actually those in the Poltergeist were actually real corpses.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yep. Swimming in the sewage or whatever in the yard.
Yeah, in the pool.
They were actually real. What do you call them?
Cadavers.
Cadavers. Yep.
No.
How did I know you were looking for that word? What about one of my all-time 80s favorites? I'd say it's semi-kid friendly depending on your kid, but Monster Squad.
I thought you were gonna go with Babes in Toyland again.
What?
So
hashtag Keanu Reeves.
Monster Squad, which Danny, I don't know if you ever even watched it, even though we did.
Yeah.
We've done an
Wolfman's got
homage.
nards.
Yeah,
Who knew?
Wolfman
Wolfman's
and
got
Nard.
nards.
But yeah, Babes in Toyland.
What?
A young Drew Barrymore and Keanu Reeves. I don't know if anybody's ever even heard of that movie, but we used to watch the heck out of that when we were kids.
Yeah, there you go. Plug it away, Case.
I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
Yeah, right there. Babes in Toyland.
Yeah, it looks terrifying.
I've not seen that.
It's not supposed to be terrifying. It's that's what I joke all the time. That Richard Mulligan was in it. That's the guy that was the bad guy.
Yeah? Is he a bad golfer too? Is that where Mulligans came from?
What? What do you speak of?
Hashtag Shooter McGavin.
What else have we not talked about?
Well, we're still going off the checkmark list here. So what's another unspoken or under the radar horror-ish?
The Frighteners.
Frighteners, yep. That's a
Oh,
that's a good
yeah.
one.
Arlie Ermy.
Arlie
Jake
Ermy and Herbie West is in it too, yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Herbert West.
And then I saw it's on Hulu now. I was gonna watch it the other night too. Flatliners is on Hulu. So
Flatliners, yep.
That's
What about Ghost Ship?
You mean with Carl Urban?
Yeah.
And Gabriel, how do you say it? It's like
Mach?
Brian? Byrne?
Yeah, Gabriel Bryan.
No, that's one of those, I wouldn't say guilty pleasure. Like it's not super fantastic cinema. It's a good watch.
Yeah. Back when Juliana Margulies was still.
And that's what's her name? Pre-Sucker Punch.
Emily Browning.
Yep.
So if you want to feel like a pedo, you go ahead and check that out.
Ew.
You just had to go that route?
You're the one that brought it up.
I just said she was in pre-Sucker Punch.
Yeah. Uncle Touchy. I got you.
Yeah, Uncle.
Shit.
Sitting in your naked puzzle basement. Sorry, I'm having a flashback.
It's all right, I'm wearing pants.
Oh, baby Jesus, where am I?
Uh,
Oh, God. What's happening? I don't know. I don't even
I
know.
can picture my Jesus wearing a tuxedo t-shirt.
He's in the front row and he is hammer drunk.
Y'all are a mess.
But I'm also here to party.
What about Stay Alive with Sophia Bush, Frankie Muniz?
I have a hard time watching anything new horror because it's so.
It is absolutely not scary.
And it's so
I found
poorly
myself
written.
watching it to just embrace the suck of it.
Basically.
It is a guilty pleasure in that regard.
I'm trying to think
Kinda
of
the way I watch
anything
Star Wars.
modern horror that's come out that I even remotely thought was scary. Besides jump scares, because that's all it is nowadays is just bleh, jump scare, bleh, jump scare.
Yeah, I mean, we
Constantly.
talked. 1408 did a good job at it.
Yeah, but that was still what, early 2000s?
Yeah, that's been a while. 2007.
Yeah.
That
that is 1408 really good.
You know,
But see that there again though, that's not saying anything bad about the movie 1408. It's a great movie. John Cusack. Hashtag John Cusack.
Joan Cusack. What?
Joan. They were
Oh, no,
great
that was
together.
Runaway
in,
Bride.
Rosebud
Sorry.
Blank. That was going off of source material. So anything that anybody's come up with their own idea or brainchild, like nowadays with horror, is just the premise is stupid. You got like the Bye Bye Man and all these just.
You talking about the Babadook guy?
No, that's the Babadook or Babadook or
Whatever. That was weird.
Krampus. Wasn't there one
Nazi
called
zombies?
Krampus? Huh?
Snow zombies? What?
Snow Jack Frost.
What?
Danny's like, all right, I'm on the wrong channel today.
Right.
Where's the remote? How do I change
now?
that?
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming. Just keep going.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Logged into ADD Movie Talk.
Yes.
Today's show is brought to you by Babes in Toyland.
Oh, there we go.
The people
There it is.
But yeah, no, new horror I just can't get into. I just don't. One that's a good old fashioned watch, because I mean I even tried to find a jacket to wear for this particular live thing, but then I forgot I sold all my members only jackets when I was 12.
Yeah, about that.
But one from that time frame too, which is more sci-fi horror, is The Invasion of the Body Snatchers with Donald Sutherland. Was a good, it's kind of long, drawn out, but it's a good watch.
Yeah, what was
was
it the I can't think of it. It was like the Blob, but I think it was called The Stuff, maybe.
Well, the Blob's been redone once. Had an old Kevin Dillon in it.
It was a movie I watched as a kid, and it had these teenagers on a raft, and it looked like red algae, right? And it followed them to the raft, and if you got off the raft, it like engulfed you, and it looked like you were in like this blob, and it like dissolved you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was a horror movie that actually terrified me as a kid.
Yeah, I've never heard of the Stuff.
I have to look it up. It might have been part of Creep Show or something like that. It might have been part of a compilation movie.
The hell is the movie Q? Yeah, The Stuff is a 1985 movie.
I don't think that it was The Stuff, but it had something close to that.
It looks pretty like freaky though. It's like something to do with ice cream.
Yeah.
It does. It literally does. The ice cream like attacks people or something. I don't know.
Yeah, hey, you know which one I watched recently off your recommendation was Daybreakers.
I recommended that.
I thought you did. With Ethan Hawke about Daybreakers?
I don't know if I did.
Or Daywalkers or Nightwalkers?
It's Daybreakers, yeah.
Okay.
It had a good idea. I think it had a good cast and everything. It wasn't bad. I liked it. It's one of those just shut your brain off and watch movies, you know.
Well, and spoiler alert, but I love the ending when you find out like he could heal himself or like revert the vampirism through light exposure.
Yep.
And then when the vampires then tried to suck his blood,
they all
exploded.
Healed him. Well, yeah, they healed themselves, and then it all kept falling on itself because they would turn, but then when they kept eating the next person, then they'd cure the next person. So it was like a chain effect. So pretty much everybody died except for these 3 soldiers were left. Then they just kind of come to, and they're like all covered in blood, and they're like, "That was a hell of a night in New Orleans, man."
Now we're stuck in this Mexican standoff. I don't even know what to do.
Speaking of Mexican standoffs, that's a good Robert Rodriguez one. Anybody should check out is Dusk Till Dawn, the original.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Sandy and Francis.
Don't know.
Oh, was it Sandy and the Stud? Clerks 2.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Which has nothing to do with Robert Rodriguez, but
yeah. Or did it?
Planet Terror is kind of a guilty pleasure one. It's kind of a very Robert Rodriguez. Mm-hmm.
I find it hard to watch that with the like if you can just get past all the political stuff that is now engulfed in that movie.
Oh yeah. With
the lead and the owner of the company that made it, and even Rodriguez and Tarantino and their roles in it.
Oh yeah. One I thought had a cool kind of premise, and the first time I watched it, I thought it was ridiculous until a second rewatching, and I had more appreciation for it. Was Cabin in the Woods. Huh?
Oh, sorry. Zombie Strippers. Jenna Jameson.
Oh yeah, you keep bringing zombie strippers into this.
Yeah.
Well, not
Sorry.
that you haven't passed. But no,
true.
Cabin in the Woods. That was.
That was great.
I thought it was cool. I like all the damn people that work in this deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got what's his name, Jenkins in it, and then the one guy from Billy Madison's in there, and they all got running bets on who gets killed by what and who summons what, and it's kind of a how would you even say it, like a poke at us as the audience, where we always need more.
Right. Up the ante.
We're the gods that live underneath the planet or whatever, and they got to keep pleasing us, or else we freak out because something's different,
Right.
You always got to have your jock and your stoner and your virgin and your hot chick.
You have Thor ride a motorbike off the edge of the world and explode.
Yeah, I thought it was cool too. Things weren't going the way they were because actually, Chris Hemsworth's character is an intellectual.
Right.
So they start pumping these pheromones or whatever into the deal, and it makes him just into this.
I'm gonna jump the gorge.
Well, no, that's after he finally comes to.
Yeah.
But like, all of a sudden he becomes this horny, stupid jock, which he wasn't at all.
What is this drink? I like it. I'll have another. No, I did like Cabin in the Woods. I would like to see more of those, right? Like, obviously, it'd be hard to do because, we ended the world, so to speak.
Yeah.
But you could do a prequel. I'd like to see the ones that did work out,
Yeah. I thought it was cool they had Sigourney Weaver in there, too, as a cameo.
Like the lead scientist, right?
Yeah, she was like the boss lady, or because you try to go through the too, and you try to pause it when they're showing all them glass cases. You try to pick out all these random horror characters.
Right.
I thought that was kind of cool too.
All right, Danny, you got about 9 minutes, and I'm going to have to ask for a reveal, my friend.
Who could it be? What could it be?
But he's been working diligently for 2 hours here, and look at this thing.
Oh yeah, and we just keep getting zoned in on it too, like
I know,
deer in a headlight.
I don't know. It's one of those things where if it's good, I just keep working until like my back hurts, and I'm like, oh God, I've been here for 3 hours. I need to kind of move. What the hell?
Another one. Think of.
Danny, you got any hidden gems, horror movies?
Man, honestly, I wish I watched more horror films. It's the thing that like hack and slash, again, going back, just doesn't do it. It's somebody in a suit.
Oh yeah, but you could pick anything. I mean, you could think of like The Ring, or what was that one with even like, it's not even really a horror movie, but that Denzel Washington movie Fallen, that was
about the angels, right?
Well, yeah, it was this certain demon that kept transferring through people through touch.
Yep.
Yeah, James Gandolfini in it, John Goodman, Elias Cortez, Constantinople.
Word.
Istanbul.
And that's where they keep that guy, the zombie. Demon always sings "Time" by the Rolling Stones. That's how he like lets his presence known to Denzel a lot of times. He's just like, and like James Gandolfini singing it that one time and like dancing in the police station. It's a good movie. I like that movie.
Then he puts on lipstick and asks if you would fuck him.
No, that's the police chief from Fast and Furious.
Oh. Before or after Space?
Yeah. He just does that when he goes home.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Which color tonight?
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck.
Was it just me, or like
he forgets and goes to work the next day with it on? He goes, Brian, this is a guy that beat a guy together with a torque wrench. He's got lipstick still on.
What were you saying, Danny?
No, was it? I think it was the first time watching Sixth Sense. I was blown away. Like, my wife was like, "Oh yeah, I figured it out at the beginning." It's like, well, I didn't, and I loved it.
Right.
Some say that's besides Signs is Shaman M. Night Shyamalan.
Ding dong. Yeah.
Best is obviously The Sixth Sense, and then Signs is up there too. That when people talk about The Happening can just go jump off a freaking cliff. But
Yes, the freaking trees are gonna come get us. You know.
would you just stop and let me think for a second?
God.
That's good. Keep going. Just let me think for a minute. Come on.
He's always got that worried, confused look. I don't know what you're talking about. You guys better not try to rape me in my sleep. What? No.
Just listen. Just wait a minute.
We're not gonna do that, okay? We're gonna go to the
Say hi
box
to your
again.
mom for me.
Oh God. Mark Wahlberg.
I wanted your opinion. I'd shove my hand up your ass and move your mouth like a puppet.
I gotta give Mark Wahlberg. I love Mark Wahlberg. It's a lot of movies. Two Guns is one of my favorites by him. His small part, even though he steals the scene in almost every is when he's there, is I Heart Huckabees.
Oh yeah.
I paid my $20. I want my fucking answers. He's talking to that woman about the meaning of life or something like that.
Guys, we gotta slow down on the gas consumption, okay? We can just ride our bikes.
He's always wearing his damn fireman pants.
Oh, and having said that, that is my Batman. That is about it.
No, that looks fantastic.
That's all I've got left.
Flipping amazing, dude.
That's all I've got. That is it. I am doneth.
Done.
Can you guys see that okay?
I think it looks fantastic.
Oh yeah.
The Batman.
I am vengeance.
I wouldn't kick it out of bed for eating crackers.
Yeah. How could you not, sir?
Well, thank you for joining us today, Danny.
Man, thank you for having me. It was super fun, man. Nerding out with y'all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna try and do these a little more often, I think, and hopefully we're not as boring as we were today.
What?
Oh my God, were we boring?
Guys, I'm falling asleep here. What are we talking about?
Are we still in Canada?
Oh my gosh.
But,
you guys.
Danny, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for doing this. And
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
I look forward to seeing some more of your little doodles there on your little screen.
Little screen?
Huh?
What? What is happening? What are you speaking
Did you
of?
fall over or something? What's going on here?
Did you drink something off camera? Oh my God.
No. No.
It's your
I look
kids,
forward to
Marty.
seeing what else we can do with that iPad, bud. It looks phenomenal.
Thank you. And I'm not even a big Apple fan. Like, I wanted to do Droid, but Apple just does this one thing. So it does art better than any other device.
No, I'm
Like
with you.
I
I
said,
prefer pears too, but that looks fantastic.
More of a cucumber fan.
Cucumber.
You just keep lobbing these softballs, Case, and you know I can't hit them right now.
Hashtag Brandy Love.
On that note, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thanks for
note.
coming on, Danny. We really appreciate it. So.
Absolutely. Thanks,
Be
guys.
safe.
And keep doing the videos, man. Love the movie reviews. Keep it up.
Oh yeah,
Definitely will. Definitely will.
Super sweet. Talk to you later, guys.
All right, Danny. Thanks. So, talking to Danny, I don't know if I've told you this yet, but he relayed it to me when I asked him if he wanted to come on earlier this week. He said him, his wife, and his son were sitting around the dinner table, and he's like, "Dad, I found this really cool channel with these two idiots that talk about movies, and they were both in the military." And Danny said he just started grinning. He's like, "Oh, what do they talk about? And he's like, oh, they talk about all kinds of movies, but they're really funny. And he's like, oh, okay, well, what's the name? He's like, I don't know, like Jarhead or Marine Basement or something like that. Is it Jarhead Basement? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, that's Kale, which is what his son knows me as. And he's like, no way. And I was like, well, he was full of shit because he said we were funny. But he was so pumped that he thought he found this new channel, and then his dad had to crush his dreams. So thank you for that, Danny.
Yeah, no, we always.
And Eli, if you're watching this, thanks for watching, but do your homework, buddy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So while we're on here, I'll put the pressure on you real quick, just so we got it on recorded on for the world to see. You want to flip or something, or you want me to throw some spitballs at the wall and see what sticks? You got to pick the next main episode video
for a review, or what?
For the review, yep.
For a review. We're going into November.
Yeah. And if you say anything about that dreadfully long Colin Farrell Pocahontas movie,
New World. I actually really like that movie.
It's not horrible. It's not bad. I thought you were going, since it's Thanksgiving, you were going to go like something like.
I was going to go Freebirds, but
wow.
Yeah. What? I really like the turkeys. But no, I think Colin Farrell gets a bad rap, man. I genuinely like that dude as an actor.
Oh no, I like Colin Farrell. I started watching that movie, and I every time I started, I kept falling asleep. So I've never made it all the way through that movie.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. There's a couple movies that do that to me as well. But let me think. Let's see. I'm pulling up my movie list to see what I have. You know what might be good? I know we're coming out of Halloween, but the fact that you haven't seen They Live makes me think maybe we should talk about that.
Oh, we can do that, yeah, because I planned on watching it tonight. Like I'm saying, I can't believe it went completely under my radar. It's a John Carpenter. I'm like me and John Carpenter go together like
lamb and tuna fish.
And pickles and bubble gum or something.
Spaghetti and Jello. Yeah, but you keep naming two things that go together. I don't think you get the concept.
So my great aunt's birthday's next weekend, and I don't know what to get her. Get her a coffin.
Get her a gigolo. Let me say this. Let's put up let's put it up to this. Let's see if anybody actually comments on this video. My money's going to say no, they won't.
Yeah.
But we'll throw one up on Instagram as well. See if we can get any nibbles.
Well, also too, we don't even have to put it on. Leave it at the comments. We can just make a poll on the YouTube channel.
Let's make a poll on the YouTube channel.
Can you make polls on Instagram?
I'm sure you can. We may have to pick a couple of movies and let them pick.
Well, at least as long as it's a sturdy poll.
Yeah. No
hashtag
short
Granny
polls here. Yeah, hashtag Granny Life. That's funny. But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it doesn't have just because it's not going to be October or Halloween doesn't mean we don't have to do like horror-esque. We did Reanimator in September, so.
Look, every day's Halloween for me. That is my Christmas, so we could do horror movies all day. But
right.
I tell you what, how about this? You give me a genre, and I'll pick a couple of movies. We'll do a poll, and if we don't get any, then I'll just pick one.
Well, I think we should go with the. Well, how about this? We'll just go with John Carpenter. So pick like 4 John Carpenter movies.
Does he? Okay.
And it could be something we've all obviously seen, but I mean, we should do one of them. Should be Big Trouble in Little China.
That might just be the movie.
Could be.
I think I'm just going to call it. If we could do the poll and see, but if we don't get any answers, it's Big Trouble in Little China. Fair?
You want to do Big Trouble in Little China?
I do. We'll still throw up the poll and see if the people want to see anything else. But
I'm still going to
don't wanna
watch
see
They
this.
Live. I just, yeah, Big Trouble in Little China is an ultimate classic. Ultimate classic.
Yeah, that's arguably one of my favorite 80s movies, if not the favorite. Of like era-defining movie.
If I was going with favorite 80s movie, I don't know. That's still a toss-up between Big Trouble in Little China and like either Lethal Weapon or Beverly Hills Cop.
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah,
About
mine
actual
would probably be
Foley,
like
man. I love that
Bloodsport,
guy.
I think, because that's up there for me. For an
Oh
80s
yeah,
movie.
which is all based on a pack of lies.
Yeah, just like my childhood. But anyway, yeah, we'll throw up 3 or 4 Carpenter movies. If we don't get any nibbles, then we're gonna go Big Trouble in Little China. And even if we get some nibbles, we're probably gonna go Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay.
So
Vote the
Trouble
way
in
you
Little
want, but probably Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah. That horror lady from the city and Mr. Russell.
Oh, Kim Cattrall?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about
Took you
someone
way
we
longer
never
than it
knew. I'm like, who's this whore from the city?
Exactly.
I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Okay. I
Yes,
got it.
madam!
You got that one guy, Chinese guy that's in a lot of stuff. Both the Egg Chen character and Lo Pan. He's been in a lot
I
of
didn't realize that face is a pretty good egg chin.
Yeah, he looks like he's got a You mean Chinese black magic?
Chinese black magic?
Oh sure, yeah, I love that. You see the beautiful Chinatown that you see here.
With the greatest Raiden we've ever seen on film.
Yeah, it's funny that the Mortal Kombat series couldn't duplicate that kind of energy.
Weird. What? Jack Burton!
Jack Burton! We're checking to a psycho ward, whichever comes first, huh?
She have green eyes. We're gonna get in trouble for that one. Yeah, let's do that one. Hey, thanks for hanging out today, bud. We have
thank you, yeah.
It says we have one viewer, which is me, and I appreciate that. Thanks, me. You're welcome.
You got it live streaming through your phone?
No, I just opened another window on my desktop here.
Oh.
But I hit the mute, so we didn't get the reverb. You're welcome, me. Thanks, me.
Yeah.
But with that being said, me and Mr. Nathan Drake here, we're going to go have a little time together. We're going to go look for Magellan's lost treasure.
Yeah, I didn't realize Magellan did anything like that.
It's all dusty. I need to clean my basement. So, from Cal, MJ, and the mutants in the basement.
Have a good Halloween. If we don't see you before then.
And yeah, talk to you later. Thanks,
Make sure you check your kids' candies for weapons.
And Democratic votes. We'll see you.
Yeah, we'll see you later.